Alright, hey, what's going on? It's Ben here bringing to you a Gauntlet with Abyssian. Probably going to be Lith Blight Chaser at the end of this round because, you know, Lith Blight Chaser turns out to be pretty good with its Bloodborne spell, just bringing down the Wraithlings and Wraithlings and Wraithlings. And let's get it started. Yeah, it's definitely Crimson Oculus. These two cards are not very good. Mana Forger can be useful, but you know, Crimson Oculus is one of the premier cards because it's hard to deal with. You usually don't have removal or dispels in Gauntlet, so having those guys around, really good. Large removal! Gloom Chaser is a really good 2-drop. Blood Siren is also quite a good 2-drop. There isn't really much synergies with the Blood Siren. The Blood Siren is good when you are ahead on board already, so it's actually not that good. So probably Gloom Chaser. If I can get some Wraithling synergies, that would be pretty awesome. Alright, Sunseer then. The other two aren't very good. I don't like to spend 5 mana on a ranged minion because it's a little bit too easy to take out. Oh, Diamond Golem. That could be a real value card for 11 as long as your opponent doesn't have big removal. Shoote Puppy Dragon, I'm waiting for you, 2-drops. Nightstar Assassin is pretty good for a tempo play, although it's not really seen much in Constructed, so it's hard to say whether I want to use it now. Grasp of Agony is a little bit situational as well. But a lot of people take 2/3s as 2-drops, so I feel like Nightstar Assassin is very strong. Well, Grasp of Agony is quite strong as well, situationally. It depends if your opponent's playing multiple minions. A lot of people do play a lot of big guys, not necessarily a bunch of small guys, so I think I'm going to go with the Nightstar Assassin. Dark Transformation is also interesting, but I'm hoping I can get more Ritual Banishings, because Ritual Banishings are a lot better than Dark Transformations. Although Ritual Banishings are rares, so it's hard to say really. I'd say Dark Transformation is better than Nightstar Assassin, yeah. Probably Blood Moon Priestess is pretty insane and Constructed. Why wouldn't it be insane in Gauntlet? If I had a lot more Wraithlings, that'd be really good. Our Gloom Chaser number 2. These other two guys are a little bit too situational, and the 6-mana AA is pretty terrible. Not terrible, but it's hard to see whether you're going to win with that. Skywing is pretty nice as a 3-drop. The other two are also very situational. Aw, Spectral Blade is insane. I'll take that. Artifacts are usually really great in Gauntlet because you can get rid of multiple things. Do I want another Dark Transformation? Yes, I do. The other two are kind of mediocre. Fire Spitter. Ranged minions are pretty okay in Gauntlet because they're hard to deal with, but I don't really want to spend too much of an investment on them. Alright, so I'm almost halfway through my draft and I have 3 2-drops. I don't really have a good 3-drop. I mean, I have 3 3-drops, but they're not excellent. Wraithling Swarm is actually a little bit hard to use in Gauntlet because you don't necessarily have the synergies. But I'd say it's really good as a turn 2 play. Well, if you're a player 2, because you can use a Wraithling Swarm and drop a 2-drop, which is really insane to fit in one turn. And Gloom Chasers are kind of mediocre, so I'd go with a Wraithling Swarm. Maybe I can pick up some more synergies with a Swarm deck. Alright, let's take the Breath of Unborn. Some kind of AoE is really nice to use. I guess I'll take a second Breath of Unborn. The other two are really mediocre. Oh, Chakram. That could be really interesting if I could just drop it if I get hurt. Although I don't think many people are aggros in Gauntlet at least. Most people go for slower cards, so I think the Crimson Oculus is better. I guess I go for a Chakram because that could be game winning if I just drop them down early. Our second Wraithling Swarm or Wraithling. This is looking pretty good if I can get some more Blood Moon Priestess. Abyssal Juggernaut is really good as a 4-drop. 4-drops are really important, and unfortunately I only have 2 of them, so I need to get some more high quality 4-drops. Alright, another Wraithling Swarm. The other two I said are too situational, so I wouldn't grab them. Oh, Ritual Banishing or Crossbones are both pretty insane. I do have a lot of large removal. I have 1 Ritual Banishing and 2 Dark Transformation, so I think I'll take a tempo play with the Crossbones. Deepfire Devourer is not terrific usually in Constructed, but it's actually pretty insane in Gauntlet, and I do have quite a bit of Wraithlings, so I can sacrifice 1 Wraithling to get a really good Deepfire Devourer. I am lacking on 5-drops, but I do like to tempo out with a lot of Wraithling Swarms, although I guess there's no need to because since I already have 3 Wraithling Swarms, I might as well go for the higher end cards. Bright Moss Golem, that might be the value play that I need. Oh, Blood Tier Alchemist, simply insane. Maw is not as good as Blood Tier Alchemist because 1 damage usually more important than 2 damage. Ugh, what's with these cards? Grasp of Agony might be the play here now. It's situational though. The Shadow Reflection is interesting because it can be direct damage. I already have a couple of AoE cards, so it's pretty nice. Grasp of Agony is situational, but I guess having one of them is okay. I don't really want to grab Shadow Reflection because this deck doesn't seem to be like a face smacking deck. It really doesn't have support for the early game to actually go smack face very often. Also, it doesn't really have much synergy because like Shield Puppy Dragon, Crimson Oculus, maybe these two guys. That's very few cards that it actually works well with. So I think I'm going to go with the Grasp of Agony, even though it's a little bit situational. I might be behind a lot, but it's kind of weird. I guess, you know, going for the direct stuff is really great. You do want to have like options to directly damage. Alright, another Wraithling Swarm. I'm actually lacking on 2-drops by a lot now. I have 1, 2, 3, 3 2-drops still. I'll get every 2-drop that I can, pretty much. Chaos Elemental is pretty strong, a 3 mana 4/4, so I think I'll grab that. Right to the Underfall is good if I have a really low curve, but I don't really have a low curve. Oh man, I'm totally missing out on the 2-drops. Another Gloom Chaser. It's not exactly what I want, but it's one I'm going to have to take. Pandora, talk about win condition. Well, yeah, this is pretty tough. I only have 4 2-drops. I'll still take Lilith because it seems pretty good. Casvanda might be helpful if I'm behind, but nah, there's no need. I'll take Lilith. I have a good win condition, just a Bloodborne spell. As long as I survive it, which I probably will because I have AoE and I have a 1 Spectral Blade, and then once I get to endgame, I should be fine. Chakram might be really useful because if I'm losing out on the board, then I can just put down a Chakram, and then that would probably close out the game for me. And alright, let's see how this goes. Alright, so this is looking pretty good already. I have a 2-drop, which I was a little bit afraid of lacking on because I only have like 4 2-drops minions and 1 potential card that I would play on turn 2. But otherwise, I did get the Shoote Puppet Dragon, so I feel pretty good about this. As for my opponent running Kara, so I feel like this should be pretty simple. Well, I don't know, because Kara's a little bit harder to play in Gauntlet because you actually need a lot of specific cards, like Sapphire Seer, which is kind of interesting. Well, he's not going to be really happy about this. I'll get rid of the Ritual Banishing because I don't necessarily want to use it just yet. Actually, let's get rid of the Diamond Golem because if he plays something big, I could just use a Ritual Banishment as some kind of super tempo play. Now, there's a decision whether I want to put the Wraithling Swarm number 2 or the Chaos Elemental. Is that really a question? Let's put down the Wraithling Swarm. The Wraithling Swarm is pretty insane with all this Shoote Puppet Dragon action. That feels good. So the real hope is that he doesn't have Blistering and Scorn, because I'll be totally done for if he does. Otherwise, I have a good follow-up here. I can put down a Deep Fire Devourer on turn 4, and if he doesn't have a way to deal with it, then it's kind of game over. Okay, as long as he doesn't play anything, then I'm good. I am set now. Oh yeah, that feels good. I can probably get rid of a Chaos Elemental. I'll keep the other situational cards because, you know, I'm just waiting for some kind of big drop that I can drop as well. But if I can outvalue him with a Bloodborne spell, that's totally fine with me. But yeah, first let's get rid of this Sapphire Seer, and then I think I'll keep my guys on the board. There's no reason to actually let them go bye-bye. Just yet, at least. Put the Deep Fire Devourer over here. If he cannot deal with it, then it's game over as well because that is a Frenzy minion, which means that he's going to need to worry about placement as well if he is unable to deal with it. Let's just end that turn. Unfortunately, I have a lot of my situational cards, so I don't have anything proactive to play next turn. I can probably just drop a Crossbones, to be honest, because it's not like I'm going to be afraid of range minions right now. That's going to have to be a Provoke Shield Master if you want to do anything, buddy. Well, maybe Breath of the Unborn is not too bad. If I do say so myself. I'll just get rid of one of them. Now I do want to play this, but the Breath of the Unborn just seems so insane, right? Just take out everything. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And I can continue to put on the pressure here. I can drop the Golem next turn. You know, just smack him around a bit. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. This kind of sets up for lethal. No, it doesn't really. I just like to say it sets up for lethal because I do have a lot of potential here. Snowpiercer. Well, that's going bye-bye. Hopefully he doesn't have a big 3-drop to drop. Well, that was the biggest 3-drop he could have dropped. Now the question is whether I want to use a Dark Transformation or a Ritual Banishment with a Crossbones. I feel like that's an obvious play. I do want to use a Ritual Banishment with a Crossbones. I do want to play proactively. As proactively as one can be, at least. I guess I'll play around Dancing Blades a little bit by putting the Crossbones up here, and I'll get rid of that Snowpiercer. Don't really want that hanging around. I'll just keep what's in my hand because, you know, he probably has some more big guys, and I have a proactive big play here. There isn't really anything else I'd want to grab. Maybe a Pandora that I can drop next turn. That'd be pretty insane, but there's no need. The Blood Shard Golem by themselves are pretty insane. Actually, it's Bright Moss Golem. Look at that moss on your shoulders, my man. Well, that's a problem because I can only destroy the first half of him. Alright, I'll replace one of the Bright Moss columns and see what's going down here. Troublesome, troublesome. But it's not like he has a really easy way to get rid of the Diamond Golem, so let's fight it out! I'll be surprised if he has a burst damage. Oh, Grasp of Agony. Well, that could be useful. In fact, that is very useful because, oh man, the combos. Grasp of Agony with a Dark Transformation. I kind of hope that I got more of them now. Although this combo is probably a little bit unlikely. I only have 2 Dark Transformations. Unless he has healing, then he's done for. I don't think he has lethal right now because it's not like he has Divine Bond, am I right? Ooh, Silhouette Tracer. That's pretty nasty. Yeah, put down another dude over here. Right next to you, please. Oh, no. He played around it perfectly. Okay, well, there's not much I can do. I'll just keep what's going down in my hand. I mean, these guys are probably going to land a hit sometime, right? I'm not really worried about any burst, really, so let's keep on going. Let's keep on trucking like how I'm going. I'll just stop here. It's not like he's going to let me move forward anyway. But, I mean, anytime he puts a minion next to him, then he's dead, so no need to worry too much. That's going to hit me. No. Does he have Saber Spine Tiger and Power of the Wild? Oh, no. No way. Alright, well, I got this now. I got this. Grasp of Agony and Dark Transformation! Woo! Yeah. 3 damage. Alright, the trouble has started because I do not have a 2-drop in my hand. Ugh. So I'm going to have to hope that comeback mechanisms are enough to come back in this game, but I'm not feeling very optimistic missing out on a 2-drop. Oh, not only that, he got 2 2-drops. But Breath of Unborn should be able to clean up pretty nicely. I'll get rid of one of the Wraithling Swarms. Blood Moon Priestess, that's pretty good with a Wraithling Swarm, but I don't think I can afford to play it because he can just get rid of all the Wrathlings, right? Or 2 of them at least. So let's just put down a Chaos Elemental. And hopefully I can clean up with the Breath of the Unborn next turn. That's a hope. It's also pretty good if I can put down a Chakram and a 2-drop. I could wait for him to put down his Bloodborne spell so I can get rid of 2 ranged minions with 1 Breath of the Unborn. Went to McDonald's today. It's the first time in a while since I went to McDonald's. Oh, that's okay actually. He blocked off the other Mana Spring. And yeah, I ordered a Big Mac and with coupons I got fries and a soda. This video is not sponsored by McDonald's. Also, you can actually get rid of it. That's hilarious. Oh, for free also! That does not feel good, my man. I guess I can try to clean up with the Wrathlings and then, you know, have a Blood Moon Priestess, an insane Blood Moon Priestess on the following turn. I think I'll just keep his hand because I might be able to put a good Blood Moon Priestess on the following turn. And then the other cards are just insane. So in one turn I got myself 7 minions on the board. That's pretty good. So he can deal with 4 of them pretty easily. So I might be able to get at least 3 Wrathlings, I would say, with the Blood Moon Priestess. Hopefully no Ghost Lightning, am I right? No, he does have a Ghost Lightning if he hits that one. No, no way. Well, even Blistering Scorn sucks a lot. Oh my gosh, I just lost all those Wrathlings! Ah. Why would you do that? I can't even really play a Chakram because I do want to use a Breath of Unborn. Well, that was not a feel-good moment. I could put a Chakram down. Let's get rid of that Blood Moon Priestess. Probably not very useful at the moment. Okay, well, I guess Breath of Unborn is the best play here. Next turn, I could play a Chakram with a Crossbones here. Doesn't feel good, but I think I'm going to go with it. I'll take out the Young Flamewing because it's a bigger guy. Don't really want any healing to go down on him. I kind of evened out the game a little bit, but not very useful, I would say. The hope is that the Pandora can close out the game, but, you know, he looks like he's going to, like, aggro me down, so... Ugh, Grincher! Well, I can block it off. Not black it out. I'm surprised he's not going to hit me. I mean, I guess he wants me to do the hitting for him. Let's get rid of Dark Transformation. I do want just proactive plays or tempo plays, and those aren't really it. I guess I could just use a Blood Tier Alchemist. Next turn I do plan on using the Pandora anyway. Let's just put down the Wrathlings then. I'm not going to put down a Chakram just yet, because this is a little bit better of a tempo play. And this also prevents him from hitting me. Or it makes it very difficult for him to hit me. Yeah, but I just don't want that Grincher to do too much damage to me. After all, the Wraithlings are going to be good for me because I'm going to be able to just keep on putting on the Wraithlings. Yeah, see, look, the Grincher's running away. That's great. I might be able to get rid of the Grincher now. Cold Biter? Are you kidding me? I have to be afraid of Death Strikes as well. But, I mean, I can't really play around it. I have to put down the Pandora and hope that he can't deal with it. Yeah, that doesn't feel good at all. No, it doesn't. Just continue to keep these cards. Hopefully a Pandora can be the card that wins me a game. Chakram probably not that useful actually because he's probably not going to hit me. He's probably going to try to get rid of the Pandora if he can. He can attack with his General and the Heartseeker. There's almost no point in using the Crossbones on the following turn because I do want to use the Breath of Bone to get rid of it. Well, at least I have a 310 body. That wasn't one of the worst thing that could happen. In fact, I feel like I have good plays all around now. Yeah. Yeah, if he uses that to take out the Wraithling, then I have a pretty good clear off of these guys. The Grasp of Agony goes here. Oh, not enough time! Not enough time! Not enough time! Did I get it? I think I got it. I changed my mind in the middle of a play, so that wasn't good, but I think this is a better play. I want to use the Breath of Unborn, but the Kaido Assassin would get a free backstab on the Pandora, and I didn't really want that to happen. Unfortunately, we're both out of cards, and it seems like he has a better chance in a long game because I have to put down a lot of Wraithlings, and then his, his Heartseekers can get a lot of value. Oh, that's nasty. But I do have the heals with Breath of Unborn. That's something at least. Unfortunately, yeah, the Twin Strike's so insane because he does get card with it as well. Also, he has a Cold Biter. So he actually clears the board. I guess Rev at Eventide technically wins out on the long game. Unfortunately, he had a way to deal with this. Oh my gosh, he also has more draw. Let's get rid of the Dark Transformation. I just hope that I can get some big stuff. And big stuff I do receive. I'm almost okay with him just backstabbing me. I just need to push damage. Close out the game in a couple of turns. Let's hope. Oh, Bright Moss Golem. Although it's probably not that big of a deal. Black on removal tech. What rarity does. I do want to set up for lethal here. So I will attack into the opposing General because that does set up for lethal. Though it makes it pretty easy for him to block this guy, but oh well. Because he still has the Sojourner, unfortunately. So, not hard for him to block, but setting for lethal is the most important thing, I would say. And it should be hard to get rid of the Bright Moss Golem. He wasn't able to deal with them before, so I don't think he should be able to deal with them now. Use the Bloodtear Alchemist. Let's put it over here. A Repulsor Beast. Well, in a couple of turns, this Widowmaker is in trouble as well. Alright, let's get rid of a Sunseer. Dark Transformation, that's exactly a card that I wanted. The Dark Transformation was definitely a good pickup. Maybe I should have used the Shadow Spawn first. Oh, I can probably get rid of a Widowmaker next turn, yeah. Bloodman Priestess. Alright, let's keep the guys moving. I think I'll just use the Bloodman Priestess. Seems pretty good to me. Yeah, it seems like putting it here is a good play. I guess it doesn't really matter if I attack into the Maw or not. Man, this is tense. This is super tense. Both at 9 health. A lot of stats on the board. Oh, Blistering Scorns are making Gauntlet really tough. Would not have expected that. And he has to sack everything into it, so that's pretty useful. Man, 2 Blistering Scorns totally closing out the Wraithlings both times. That's probably the reason why I lose, because I could have definitely closed out the game earlier with my first Wraithlings survived, and definitely closed out the game a lot earlier with the second set of Wraithlings survived. Another Twin Strike, alright, that's pretty insane. Well, now he's out of cards, but the problem is that these Heartseekers are kind of... they're a lot more valuable. I need another Breath of Unborn if I want to hope to take him out, I guess. Kind of the wrong direction, I'd say. It's not quite enough, though. I guess I'll put down the Sunseer just in case I could heal up and hopefully delay the inevitable. Oh well. Well, that was a long game, but looks like my luck ran out. Alright, that Kaido Assassin's a lot of insane stuff right now. Well, at least I have a pretty excellent turn 1 play. I have Gloom Chaser and let's Joe Puppet Dragon. My next turn's a little bit iffy, but I think it's totally fine because I could just drop a Chaos Elemental, maybe even a Breath of Unborn, although Breath of Unborn seems a little bit unlikely. Ooh, Deep Fire Devourer, that could be really, really nice. Well, that's insane. Blood Tier Alchemist, is this a constructed deck? Come on, man. But this does make Breath of Unborn pretty good right now. Oh, that's nasty. My Deep Fire Devourer is a lot weaker though, but I can play Deep Fire Devourer next turn with my Bloodborne spell. I'll get rid of a Sunseer, it's not that great of a 3-drop, and I do have a pretty superior 3-drop. Oh man. Karma! That's not really that much karma, but you know, take a 2-1 for a 2-1, that's not bad at all, I'd say. Lucky me, I have a good curve coming up. Dancing Blades cannot guarantee removal of the Chaos Elemental, so that's really, really sweet. Oh, wrong order. He should have attacked first. Although it probably doesn't matter because he can get rid of the Chaos Elemental on the following turn anyway. There's really no reason for me to use a Breath of Unborn just to get rid of this dude, but it still feels kind of unfortunate. Oh, he has another dude. This might be worth a Breath of Unborn then. Nope, that's not worth it at all. Mana Vortex. I guess it's a card that you can cycle. Wow, Phoenix Fire. But not on me, is it? Yeah, it is on me. I could punish technically with a Breath of Unborn because this guy will stick around, but there's no point in doing that. I'll get rid of a Dark Transformation for sure. I don't necessarily... it's a little bit situational. Oh, Breath of Unborn now. I might just do that. I don't have any proactive plays apart from the Deep Fire Devourer, so actually, yeah, using a Breath of Unborn might just be a play here. Because when you don't have very many minions in your hand, you do want to preserve the minions that you do have on the board. So I think it's super, super important to actually use a Breath on board there. And I have 2 of them, so I might be able to use them later. And as for tempo, I do have about 4 mana of tempo on the board, so I'm feeling pretty good about this. Definitely feeling pretty good about this. I won't be able to put the Chakram down for super value, but that's alright. So many Twin Strikes. Twin Strikes are really good, apparently. Get rid of Breath on board. I'm so far ahead on board now. I guess I don't necessarily want him to be hitting the Chaos Elemental just yet. I will put a Chakram over here though, and I'll smack him. I need to maintain this board pressure, to be fair. And maybe a Blood Moon Priestess will close out the game for me. Maybe. Alright, double 3s feels pretty good for me. That means he is unable to play a Heartseeker at the very least. It looks like I'm going to get rid of a Deep Fire Devourer. Blood Moon Priestess is only going to get 1 Wraithling, so I don't think it's that useful. Let's get rid of that, see what's going down. Crossbones could be useful. Just take away his options slightly by taking out the Sojourner. And move on forward. It'll be okay if he uses the Sunseer to take out the Chaos Elementals. I mean, it's going to get removed anyway. Sometime. And I get a Deep Fire Devourer. I'll just make it a 6/6. There's no reason to be too greedy about it. I'm just going to clear out a lot of stuff as a 6/6 anyway. And yeah, let's just keep on smacking on the damage. It seems like I'll be able to close out the game very, very soon. And I don't think if he doesn't play a Heartseeker this turn, then I can probably get rid of the Crossbones, to be honest. Yeah, this is a lot of stats on the board. He's going to need a lot more than Twin Strikes. He needs a 6-strike. Or 5-strike. Yeah, feeling pretty good. Ah, Frostbone Mannaggia, that was insane. That's a really weird play. But yeah, I guess I need to keep the crossbones. Let's get rid of the Wraithling Swarm. It's not very useful right now. Get rid of the Sunseer. I may as well push on some damage, actually. I mean, I'm not exactly worried about him taking me out. I'll put on the crossbones. This sets up for lethal for sure. I'm all in. I'm all in. Oh, not all in anymore because I have Pandora. Late game win condition along with my Bloodborne spell. It's pretty insane. Oh, he's letting me use the Deep Fire Devour Frenzy ability? That's really nice. Woo! Or maybe the Frenzy ability is not that great anymore. He's running out of cards though, that's good. Oh well, yeah, let's just do what I can, remove these two guys. That's no problem. I guess I'll use the Shadow Spawn first to see where it lands. Pretty bad spots, but that's alright. Hopefully he doesn't have a Spiral Technique, am I right? Man, I'd be really unfortunate if he has a Spiral Technique. Well, I guess that Pandora by itself is pretty insane anyway. Got him! Alright, well that's 3 wins. It's kind of mediocre, but it is what it is. I guess somehow in those games I didn't really have a way to close out the games really quickly. I had to bring it out to a late game. I didn't exactly have the cards that allowed me to sustain that. Because it was really easy for me to miss out on a 2-drop, and then a lot of Blistering Scorns came down to kill the Wraithlings. I mean, I tried to play some Gauntlet to avoid the Blistering Scorns, but you cannot avoid the Blistering Scorns, so Lilith is not good in Gauntlet and Abyssian anymore. Well, Gauntlet anymore, as well as Constructed. So probably will not be seeing Lilith anymore. But anyway, if you want to check out some more Duelyst action, be sure to click on the Black Solace. This is my second one from Gauntlet, so you know it's pretty good. It's an epic card. And otherwise, if you want to subscribe to my channel, if you haven't already, I do post pretty often. So be sure to click on the Spirit, and then I'll see ya.